Alright, we got the 2013 Ford Flex. We got the seal. This is the old one here. This is the new one. For reference, I got the wrong seal first, and the part number was 71138, which is for the driver's side. This one's 71139. So we got this all cleaned up in here, the diff. Zoom in there so you can kind of see. Come on, focus. There we go. So that's the axle seal sitting in there right now. So what I'm going to do is I got to wipe that area right there with the gear oil coming out, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go underneath and install the seal from that way. But I'm going to go in here and wipe this gear oil out. There's already like a sealant on the back of the seal, so there's really no point on putting RTV on this. I already had to scrape a bunch of RTV off because someone decided to put RTV on it. So the new seal, like I said, I'm going to put some gear oil on it. Some 75 140 gear oil. I'm just getting the gear oil ready here. Alright. Forgive me, just gotta get some gear oil in here. Nice little healthy amount. Okay, when we get underneath, use a hammer. You can either use a rubber mallet. Climb underneath here. And we're going to give this one more good wipe before I install the seal. As you can see, there's a bit of gear oil down there. Just going to get that out. Get it clean as we possibly can before we install the seal. Make sure your surface is clean. So there's a little bit of gear oil at the bottom there. Get all that out. Alright, now we should be able to slide this seal on, but there's still stuff on the side there. I would pause this video, but I can't. Sorry, it's taking a little bit longer. Okay, so we got it cleaned up. So we're just gonna nicely slide our seal up here and very carefully slide the seal on. New seal. And then gently press it into place. And work it in there, like so. And then what we'll do is we'll get our socket and our mallet. I got a 2-inch socket and then just a rubber mallet. So we're gonna go on here and get it right in the center, and we're gonna give it a couple good smacks. Right in the center there. Still needs to go in more on the front there. Let's just a little bit of a pain to get in, I guess. There's that small hammer, there it is. Really have a lot of room to swing.
hold this here. And then just give it a good fucking smack. Well, she's almost in. We're just gonna hit it on that back side there, see? It's almost there. Very close. Very close. That one top corner there is not in. So what I'll do is take the socket off. The extension. Stick this in here. Hit it on the side that it's not going to fit. Still gotta get the top. Top's not in. Alright, so get a good smack on her. Okay, I think that's in. Looks like it's pretty flush around. It might be off a little bit right there, but I want to make sure that it's seated all the way around. So just for proper measure, I'm going to go ahead and get in here and give her a couple more smacks just to make sure that she's seated completely even. Once it goes quiet, then I know it's on there. Oh yeah, I think she's in. Now, what I want to do is just clean up around my seal. We got her in. Now I'm hoping that it's even all the way around. We'll see here in a sec. I can't really see from underneath here. From what I can see though, it looks like it's on all the way, but then I feel like it's off by a hair up here for some reason. Where's that pick tool? See if it seems like it's off a bit. I don't think it is. It might be a little bit. I wonder if I just give her a tap up there. As a thing, I'm not 100% sure if that seal is in there yet because I can't see. I think it is though. But I want to make sure. Okay, so hold this socket in here. Give her a good couple whams. Hit it all around. Hit it on the bottom, the side, the top. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's in now. Whew. A little bit of elbow grease, but we got her done, and we got her done without the tool. So if they wanted $90 at Ford for the seal, and then they wanted $180 for the tool to install it. And I've never paid $180 to install no seal. Not in my mechanic days. No furs. Absolutely not. Okay. So unfortunately, I didn't get an axle seal. But to me, it looks like it's pretty good. It doesn't look like it's scarred up or anything like that. Alright. What we'll do though
now that the seal's in there, look, seal's in there. Now you're at the point where you can take your intermediate shaft and your axle. What I did was I slid this all the way on, and then I put this black seal right here. So this is actually going to seal up against the, this is going to go up against the seal around it. Basically, in other words, like this is what it's going to do. That's the way the seal goes in, with the flat edge facing the back this way. So, and to get my old seal out, what I did was I drilled a hole, and just a very small hole with a self tapper with a little Robertson screw, and then I pried on it with my pry tool, and I was able to get it out. To get this off, I just used pry tool again to get it off. So now it's going to be kind of tricky to show how to throw this in, because I don't have anybody that can film. So basically what I'm going to do is, there's these two holes right here for the axle, and it mounts up for the stub shaft, the intermediate shaft, and it mounts up right here. So you'll be putting your axle through, and then you'll be trying to mount that bracket up there. So that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to get this in, and then I'll get back and I'll show you where I'm at. Okay, so once we got our axle in, then we can go ahead and put our two nuts right here for the stub shaft, or sorry, for the intermediate shaft. I believe they were either 13 or 14 mil. I don't remember exactly. I think it was 13 or 14, but. So get that tightened up. And then as well, what you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna take your axle and feed it into your hub. So we'll get those two bolts tightened up there. I'm gonna find out the torque spec, and then what we'll do is we'll feed this axle through. And then you'll just have to lift up on your knuckle and then get your two strut bolts through here, and make sure that this isn't